Today we are going to learn about modes of nutrition. It's gonna be very interesting. Anyone who didn't watch our previous video, tap the info cards. There are two kinds of nutrition, namely autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition.
Describe about them in detail, sir.
That's why I'm here. Let us learn about autotrophic nutrition first. In the term autotrophic, auto, which means self, and trophic means nourishing. Under this nutrition, the organisms self-nourish themselves. That means they can prepare their own food. Could you name the process in which organisms make their own food? Kind of example.
I don't know, sir.
Don't worry. Photosynthesis process is the example for autotrophic nutrition. Could you give me an example? Which organisms possess photosynthesis?
I know the answer. Green plants possess photosynthesis.
Exactly. Let us know about photosynthesis in detail.
We are approaching a redwood tree. To animate a scientifically accurate leaf, artists study the texture of a redwood leaf specimen on a glass slide at high resolution. They even counted the stomata, and used an exact count for this film. These leaves would be measured on a centimeter scale. Throughout the animation, we will gradually zoom into smaller scales. As we approach a single stoma, we are now on a millimeter scale. As we enter the interior of the leaf, we see many individual palisade cells. These cells are where photosynthesis takes place. They are translucent to allow sunlight to enter. As we approach a single palisade cell, we'll zoom down to the micrometer scale. The shapes inside the cell are organelles. The bright globules at the bottom are the Golgi apparatus. The yellow spotted tubes are endoplasmic reticulum studded with ribosomes. The faint yellow spiderweb structure of the cytoskeleton provides structure and support to the cell. You are about to enter a chloroplast. Inside you see flat, pancake-like membranous structures called thylakoids. This is where the light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis take place to produce ATP. The time scale has changed. The molecules are shown moving 1 million times slower than in real life, as we near an individual thylakoid. The animation scale continues to shrink down to the molecular level, where things are measured in nanometers. The green and blue bush-like structures are photosystems, clusters of proteins that absorb light energy from the sun and help convert it into the chemical energy that's stored in the bonds of the energy carrier molecule called ATP. The yellow-green, rotating structure is an enzyme called ATP synthase. It pumps protons from one side of the thylakoid membrane to the other, assembling ATP molecules in the process. The pulses of light in the thylakoid membrane in which the photosystems are embedded represent energized electrons being passed from one photosystem to another, passing along the energy which will be stored in the bonds of ATP.
We will be learning more about autotrophic nutrition in our next session. Anyone who is new here, consider subscribing to get updates of our channel.